Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. This one's our Easter special. So just like to start off by congratulating Annie Brown for our Dude Hold My Beer award for last week for submitting the best question. So yeah, we're trialing the post-match show tonight. So, we're just going to riff on for a bit after we've finished our 100 shots of beer and our 100 questions. And just, once all the juices are flowing, we'll see how that goes. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our Instagram. They're not up yet, but, they'll be coming soon. And submit more of them great topics that you guys have been keeping on to keep us going and keep it all interesting. So, the drill, guys. 4 dudes, 100 beers, a lot of fun. So what more is there to say? Let's
strap yourselves in.
Can't wait, boys.
So have you guys ever spent a bunch of money online and wondered if there was a coupon code out there that you didn't know about? Why don't you let Honey do the searching for you? That's our sponsor for today. With 2 easy clicks, you can have Honey searching the web for the best coupons and save you money. It's pretty much free money at this point. If you want to support the podcast, then go to joinhoney.com/beer. So I'm going to get up on the screen here now how to do that, just to show you guys how easy it is at home, just how to get this Honey code. So what you do is you go joinhoney.com/beer.
You spelled honey wrong.
Yeah, no.
Fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. It's faster when you know how to spell.
You've still spelled it wrong.
Mate.
Yeah. Heine.
Free Heine.
Mate, all 5 of our viewers are going to see this.
You got it?
We're going to be able to do the promo code.
There we go.
It's so
And then
quick
all you
and
have to do
easy.
is once you go on the website,
Well, that's it. Maybe next time. Well,
sorry about that. We'll
look,
get back to the sponsor a bit later.
my week's been all right. I've had a lot of assessments to get through, unfortunately, despite being locked down and, other side of the continent, still having to turn in these bloody assessments. So I had one due on the Monday. I had a test on the Thursday. Pretty interesting doing a test from the comfort of your own bed. I've never done a test naked before, but that's a classic one, checked off the bucket list. This weekend, it's Easter, good time to spend time with the family. So, of course, I haven't done any of that. I've been doing a debating tournament online, which is pretty bloody weird, honestly, debating in front of your old Lego sets instead of in front of real people. It really sort of gets to you. Other than that, not a lot going on really. Just sort of hanging out. I've been missing this podcast. Been editing everything together as much as I can. Getting that Facebook online. We're still trying to work on the Instagram. Having a few technical problems there, but I'm looking forward to having some of this tonight.
Cheers, Sweeney. Cooper, how's your week been?
Hey, everyone. How you going? So as the loyal followers of the podcast has probably noticed, I've got a new screen, got a new look. That's because I finally got a laptop, thanks to the Centurlink payments that I'm getting because of this whole coronavirus thing. Lovely. It's not the best quality, but I think the sound's a little bit better. So hopefully you guys can have some patience with me, and it doesn't affect the total quality. It's a bit sketchy. It's a bit pixelated, but I think we'll get through it. What else have I been up to? What can I say? Last week I talked about my dieting. Hasn't really gone that well. So every day I'm trying to eat half a bag of spinach to get that vegetable intake that I need. I'm going pretty successfully, feeling a bit healthier, and just trying to make the most out of the times we're in at the moment, even though that might be quite hard. Other than that, for leisure, been playing video games just like a regular dude, having some beers and enjoying myself.
Well said, Cooper. Well said. Me personally, my week's been pretty good. I had a short week at work, so started at Monday. Pretty average day on Monday. Someone stole my $400 drill from work and lost a couple batteries or a couple $100 each. But what are you gonna do? You got to look on the bright side of things. I get to buy a new drill now. I have this whole long weekend off that I get paid for, which is pretty awesome. Get to spend some time with the family. Played Monopoly with my parents a couple times, and won both of them. And got yelled at by my mum today because I ate the leftovers from last night that was saved for my grandma who's sick. Thankfully, not with the coronavirus, but copped a bit of a roasting for that one. But apart from that, just been playing games and being a dude. You know how it is.
Nice.
So my week's been pretty average. Haven't been up too much. If no one's noticed, this coronavirus thing's still going on. So still got that to worry about. Still stuck upstairs in my room. Besides that, I mean, it was Good Friday yesterday. My mum still made me watch my mass from home. It was live on Channel 7. So I had to dedicate a whole hour to that, which is good. And she'll probably make me do it again tomorrow. So it's good to see that the church is still kicking around. Still have to do your Catholic obligations, I guess. Besides that, in the household, not much has been going on. I've been relegated to the top half of the house because my dad has this soap that he put in the kitchen now that he's working from home. He's put a lot more of his customs into the house. And there's now a soap in the kitchen that makes the whole kitchen smell like my grandma's room in Sri Lanka, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So I had to relegate myself to my room. So it kind of sucks that half the house is kind of off limits due to the smell. But, you know, what can you do? When he's working from home, it's his house.
So, fellas, who do you reckon would be the best single dad out of us four? I'm going to have to start putting my 2 cents in and probably say, although Cooper's had a great role model to look up to, I'd have to say it's going to be Sweeney.
I disagree personally. I don't think I'd be that good with it. I think you'd probably be the best, Jaxon.
I reckon you'd be good fun, Jaxon. You'd always look for interesting activities to have with your son.
Yeah,
I think you might even be too good that the mother would be thinking that you're trying to get back at her by doing all these fun activities. You know, you're the cool dad.
Trying to be a cool parent.
Yeah, because I don't think she'd be able to compete with you.
I think as well, you're the one who works most out of the group. You're the one who's provided for that family.
You would have the most income.
Yeah, carrying the weight of the family on your shoulders, you know?
Yeah, you can always use that as a card too.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. This turned out to be a big pat on the back for me.
What do you reckon,
awesome.
Shaun? Well,
I'll probably have to go with Jaxon as well. I mean, he earns the most money. He can favour the son the most. He can buy him all what he wants. He can spoil him.
Sweeney, heard you've been trying to lose some weight recently on a Wii sports game. How's that been going for you?
Of course, yeah. Ring Fit Adventures on the Nintendo Switch. The familiar listeners with the podcast would also be familiar with the keg. Right, I'll quickly display the old keg. Have a bit too much beer in me, and obviously the podcast ain't helping. But I've got to lose that weight somehow. So I've turned to Ring Fit Adventure. I've got the ring right here, actually. What you do is you get a series of exercises where you sort of press on the ring, or you pull the ring, or you sort of turn with it, and do sit-ups with it. So it's a really great way to lose weight, which is precisely why I haven't played it in about 3 months.
So Sweeney, just before you go into that anymore, how much weight did you weigh when you started?
I think when I started, I would have weighed about 96.
How much do you think you've lost since then? What are you now?
I'm 90. I was 89.8 the other day, so that's not bad.
That's good,
the only way's down really from there.
Yeah, no, good point, fellas. I before he accept after C. What do we all think about that?
Yeah, I could probably see that. I mean, it's the rule, isn't it? Like you kind of have.
There are a lot of exceptions to that rule.
I think the rule is wrong in more circumstances than it's right.
I think it is as well. Spelling's not really my forte.
What's an example just for the viewers of what this rule is?
Well, the idea is that, when you're spelling, as a little heuristic you can use, you'll put the letter I before the letter E. But if it's after a C, it's the other way around. But I think there's exceptions to it. Thief, there you go. Thief. Yeah.
Fuck, I can't believe I did that. That was awesome.
Look, I was trying to think of some exceptions in the background, but Cooper's more the wordsmith of the group.
You're the word guy.
Cooper, you do have a silk tongue.
All right.
Can you think of any words for the?
I don't even know what that rule means. I've never used it.
Shit rule anyway. What Teletubby does the best sexually? I'd have to say it's Poe.
I think that's an interesting question. I think Dipsy is a bit of I reckon she's had sex with more dudes. However, I think Tinky Winky would get better quality pussy.
I'm pretty sure Tinky Winky is actually recognized as being a gay icon.
Poe's thing on his head is an extra hole.
I think Poe has the tightest pussy, is what I would have to say. It would be my input on that.
I think it would be Tinky Winky, right?
Tinky Winky for sure. He celebrated the most.
No, but I think Tinky Winky's the oldest one of the group as well. So
I think Dipsy is the most. She's a bit. I reckon Dipsy. She would give it out for a Dyson. I reckon she would do anything. But she'd have the most, but probably not
Dyson's
the best.
Like $400.
I think Lala's in the clear here. I think Lala seems like the mother of the group.
Yeah, Lala's fourth.
Lala's
Lala's
the rest of them sluts though.
Tinky Winky for mine.
Kinky Winky. All
right, next question.
Cheers,
when did you first drink alcohol and why? We'll maybe start with Cooper here.
That's a good question. Like, well, obviously you have your sips, when you're younger, with your uncle, and he gives you a few shots. But when I'm actually, when you get a bit older, probably on my own premonition, I was probably about 15, stole some vodka from my sister, replaced it with water. She immediately found out. Then I vomited under a trampoline at like a 15th birthday party. Big embarrassing, but it was pretty cool at the same time. What do you guys think?
That's pretty
That
gangster.
was definitely cool.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's pretty cool.
Jaxon, we'll start with you.
First time I like properly drank alcohol, like first time I got drunk, I don't really remember the first time I actually like had a beer with my friends. First time I got drunk was at a party in year 10 or 11, and I drank an entire bottle of vodka and painted myself in vomit.
Legend.
And the girls whose house it was at, dad was in the military, and he dragged me in like this weird recovery position out the front and yelled at me while I was
Woke up with a sore butthole.
Who is everyone's favourite female vocalist? Shaun, maybe we'll get your input on this. Your favourite female
Elliott.
vocalist.
That's a pretty easy one.
Missy Elliott?
I'll probably have to go Taylor
Yeah.
Swift. I mean, I think she's
She's all right.
probably the best singer of all time. Probably one of the best artists of all time. Top two at least. Besides that, Birdie's
What do you
pretty good.
think,
Like
Shaun?
if you want actual vocals, probably Birdie. But
What do you think, Sweeney?
I don't know.
He's got
I
me
quite
already.
like Taylor Swift would be one that I'd
That's
support.
basic.
Yeah.
What I quite like.
It's basic for a reason. It's because it's good.
Yeah,
What about Bon Iver?
That's a
That's
band.
a dude.
What about that?
I like Mitski for the record. Japanese girls. They're just so yeah.
Who's your
I like
favourite?
Lorde. I like
Who's your
Lorde.
favourite female Vocaloid?
Vocaloid? Shut up, Vocaloid.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like
Jaxon.
Hayley Williams from Paramore. She's nice.
All right.
The lead singer of Chromatics. Next question.
Look, would you beat up your 16-year-old self? I don't really think I would. I don't think I'm that different from when I was 16 to the point that I'd like want to beat myself up.
I think everyone
Yeah.
would here except you. I think you would go. You would be.
I'd beat up like my 14-year-old
Yeah.
self easily, but I think 16.
I did
similar
beat
enough
up your
now.
14-year-old self because you were fucking nerd in school.
Yeah,
Take
no,
your
good
lunch money
point.
for a cruise
That's-
apart.
Is the question asking like, would you choose to beat him up because they're
Like,
a
could
nerd,
you?
or like, could
Yeah.
you?
Oh,
Oh,
everyone
Yeah, so
could.
me,
Everyone could.
I think I was the biggest wanker when I was 16. So
Yeah.
I would
Wish-
beat the shit
wish
out of
I beat you
myself.
up.
if
I could probably destroy my 16-year-old. So I think I'm way smaller than when I was. Now, what year is that? 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, around then.
Yeah, that's tiny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're 10.
No, but Shaun, if you did that when you're in year 10, you would just chase him into the junior school, and then he'd tell on you for saying the N word.
That's a good point. That is a good
Fight strategy.
That's a
You
great
think
fight
of
strategy.
the wider battle.
That's what people don't factor in when you're fighting and your fighting skills is like time to get away.
Intellect.
Your speed. How fast you can run.
Fight or flight.
All right, everyone, what's your favourite cult? I'll start. I think the classic is just the old Jonestown cult, like
Yeah.
Jim Jones drinking the Flavor Aid. It actually was, but mate, he took out so many people. Yeah, that was pretty amazing, pretty unparalleled. What do you guys think?
Jaxon, you know a lot about cults.
I like a couple of the cults. I mean, this one's pretty topical at the moment because of Joe Exotica and whatnot. But man, that Dr. Bodlavard or whatever his name was, Bhagavad with the
which
sex
means
cults.
God in Hindu, I think.
Yeah, no, it means the enlightened one.
Okay.
Owned.
He's got a pretty good thing going, I reckon.
Yeah,
He's just,
most people seem to start cults for sexual reasons.
yeah,
That's what it seems like. They use their status
I
to
think most of them don't start it for sexual reasons. They start it because they're like charismatic and they're like, I'm helping.
yeah,
them.
but they end up
But they
using
just
it.
get corrupted. Yeah.
The cult I don't think is ever started with good intentions. It's always to manipulate.
I love the
people.
cult of having beers with my friend.
Cult of friendship.
Do you guys think Jesus, our first Easter themed question, do you think Jesus was a good carpenter? And what do you think he actually made?
Oh, I think
He made his own cross, didn't he?
I don't know if he made his own cross, but I mean, he could have.
He bared it, that's for sure.
I
Thanks
reckon,
for that, pal.
I reckon he was great at flooring. I reckon he like stuck to the basics. That's what someone who's good at their
I don't
trade.
think a Jew. I think Jews are better at the brain stuff rather than the physical activity.
No, no way, man.
Jesus was a Jew, so I think he would have made a better accountant.
When did he become a miracle maker and stuff? Like when he was like doing his internship.
What was his first miracle?
I think his
I don't
first
know.
miracle was when
Water
he was
into wine or
14.
something?
Wine, yeah, water to wine.
It was when he was much younger, I
Yeah,
think.
he would have done
I
something
wish
as a
my
kid.
kid
Baby
could do
Yoda.
that, huh?
Like Baby Yoda did his first miracles when he was a kid.
Man, he
No,
was
yeah,
Yeah,
he
turning,
did a lot of cool
no, when
shit.
he did the wine thing, he was like young.
he was
I know
turning blocks of wood into A-grade projects as assessed by.
Yeah, that's the biggest miracle of all, isn't it?
Cooper, you know a lot about this. Should you be able to claim that you love the anime when you haven't even read the manga?
You know what? I think a lot of the hardcore fans say you shouldn't, but I think they're two separate pieces of art. I honestly think that a lot of people will say they don't like a certain anime because it hasn't been translated correctly and they've changed the substance of the characters. But I think they're two separate things. You can enjoy what you want. Obviously, the hardcore fans like to do both. But peas and corn. What do you think, Sweeney?
I think, you should just be able to love what you love. Love is an inherent feeling that you feel. But I can understand why if you read the manga, the expanded universe, and someone comes like a bumbling idiot talking about how good the anime is and how much they love it. I can understand why that would peeve you.
Why you'd piss you off.
I feel like it's
Harry
the
Potter
equivalent to watching a movie and someone being like, "Oh, the book was way better." You're just a wanker.
Yeah, but then I do understand where it's like this guy's missing out on stuff. Yeah.
17. Rank the minor injuries in inverted commas from worst to best. Stubbed toe, paper cut, hitting shin. I reckon stubbing your toe is the worst.
Yeah, that's number one.
I reckon a paper cut. I reckon actually then hitting the shin.
A real shin hit is really
hitting
bad.
The shin is worse.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen as often.
But I think a real hit in the toe, like stubbing
stubbed toe, when it's like
stubbed
sideways.
toe can hurt for like 2 minutes, and you're like, "Oh fuck, this sucks."
Fuck up your nail and
shin.
stuff.
Hit shin, you can be on the floor in tears.
So we got consensus paper cuts.
Toe shin paper
cuts.
Right,
paper cuts
easy.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even feel it for the first like 5 minutes. You're like, oh shit, you got a paper cut.
So
stubbed toe.
Toe or shin.
Paper cuts are nothing.
I'm a toe guy.
I'd say shin's the
Definitely a
worst.
toe
I reckon shin. I reckon
Jaxon?
toe's more
Shin for
frequent.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, shin.
And Sean.
Toe, definitely.
Oh, okay. Pretty even.
What do you say,
Paper cuts,
Sweeney?
not much on that.
Paper cut.
I think toes worse.
Paper cut hurts when you get something in it. Really, that's like the worst.
Yeah,
the
it's like the
irritating.
aftermath.
It
Reopens, yeah.
Yeah, the aftermath.
This one pretty topical. Judas Iscariot sold out Jesus for 30 denarii, the Roman currency. That would be worth anywhere from $450 to $6,000 in today's money. Would you sell out God for $6,000? I don't think I would. I think it's not worth it.
I think the difference is though, in that time, he knew like God was more of a presence then. So if you actually had some more proof, or you've actually he was more around, you'd be less willing to sell him out. Like if I knew if he talked to me directly, if he talked to me directly, I would definitely not sell him out. But now, who really knows if he exists?
Well, the way you got to think about it is what they have to buy back then. Like they don't have iPhones or these new technology things to buy. Like they're just buying bread and shit. So $6,000 is a shit ton of money.
Well, I think they think that 10 denarii could buy you a slave, and he got 30 denarii, right?
So 3 slaves.
Yeah. But slaves were going around massively back then.
Yeah,
so 3 slaves or 1 guy.
Big time.
Have you guys ever edited Wikipedia? And why did you? I've never edited it.
I haven't either. I don't think you can edit Wikipedia as easy as what people say it does. So I think maybe when it first started, but now you have to do quite a lot of shit and it's get approved and stuff. But no,
you never tried to even.
I've never edited Wikipedia, but I've got on what is it like? How you can edit what it looks like it says, like just on your.
The inspect element.
Yeah, inspect elements.
That's funny.
I've done that to win an argument before.
It's the ultimate debate strategy.
I did that to change my marks.
It was what year Star Wars Lego came out, and I changed it to 2006 or something.
What year was it?
I think it was 2005.
Name every year.
Have you ever edited Wikipedia, Sean?
Nah, I haven't. I donated to Wikipedia, so I think I have the ability to. Like what people say. I donated $3 one year, and then every day they keep emailing me.
You know what? It kind of gets me when they put out those messages. I'm like, Wikipedia is really good,
bad for it. Listen, Bernie Sanders, he dropped out of the 2020 Democrat race. Can he win in 2024? I think it's time to...
He'll be dead by then.
Time to put him in the fridge and we'll thaw him out in a couple of years. He'll be back.
Yeah.
How old is he now? He's late 70s.
He's like 80. He's like 80-something, I think.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he's old.
How old is Joe Biden?
Jamie will get that up. Similar.
He functions well for an 80-year-old.
Bernie's pretty on it, though, but still...
Yeah, 78 years, and he's had some heart problems and stuff.
The man needs a
backbone to
break.
be a leader, I don't think. In the Americans' eyes, I think he'd be a great leader.
I think physically he doesn't have a backbone, but he's actually a pretty consistent politician.
Bernie is older than Biden, 78. Biden's 77.
But Biden's lost his mind, hasn't he?
He has. More on that later. But
he won though.
More on that later.
But Bernie, will he be back?
What about Ocasio-Cortez?
Oh, she'll be there or thereabouts. So I don't think she can be president. She can't be at this time.
You have to be like 38 or something.
35, I think. So I don't think she'll
Trump's armor.
The chicken jumps armor.
Cooper.
Okay. Next question. 5-meter tower next.
Oh, me. Go.
Okay,
I
Shaun,
got
go.
an easy one.
Quickly.
So this is like the biggest thing they've ever thrown. Probably the biggest thing to fall from such heights of, like, I know the Jinjin Tower, it's about 40 to 60 meters. The biggest thing they could possibly throw off there is Cooper's mum.
Oh, fuck.
And, like, trust me, that will get views. If you say I threw Cooper's mum off the Jinjin Tower, off the 40-meter tower, up from 40 meters, whatever you say.
I mean that.
I reckon it'd be
Take
awesome
it back,
if
Shaun.
they got
Take it
their
back.
45-meter tower. I think it'd be good if they threw off a 40-meter tower off it or something. You know, airlifted one up or something and then dropped it.
Onto what, though?
They
Like,
should-
onto a microwave?
A trampoline, big trampoline. So it goes
You always got to go, it's all trampoline, right?
And
What are we throwing off?
watermelons. Yeah, mate. That
Watermelons are
They're
cool.
well past watermelons at this point. They're,
I think they should do a bathtub full of hand sanitizer.
ooh, that's a bit political, isn't
Oh, that would be good. Okay, next question here. When's the first time you saw boobs in real life? I'll start with you, Shaun.
it? I think I walked into my sister when I was probably 11.
That's enough of
think
that
that was-
story. I don't want to hear what happens next. Jaxon, what about you?
Yeah, I walked in on Shaun's sister too. Nah, I'm just kidding. I was out the backyard in the pool, and my sister and her friend was swimming.
Oh,
Sister's
why is
friend.
it always a sister?
No, my sister's
I don't
friend
know,
dived
it's
in,
around.
and her bikini top
Sweeney.
came off.
I looked in the mirror. Am I right?
Yeah.
Got him.
That
I
bitch.
don't,
Look
I
at your
don't,
tits.
I wouldn't know, honestly. Probably around 17 or something.
I had a very girl next door moment when I was 9. I remember I was in my room and I saw across my road there was a woman getting changed and I saw her boob. I was like, wow,
With
it's
the
incredible.
shades open.
Yeah,
What was
yeah,
wrong with
legit
that?
off a movie. I was like, holy shit! It was only for only for a few seconds, but I was like,
Were they
Taylor
nice?
Swift
Were they firm?
no, she was quite old, but I was still like, that's pretty cool, you know.
That's pretty
Okay,
cool.
next question. Rareness of Steaks. What do we like, fellas?
I'm a medium rare guy myself. Used to be well done because that's what my family's always liked. But then I broadened my horizon recently.
Sweeney,
got
what do you think?
I kind of like medium rare most, but I always order at restaurants medium because I think
Yeah,
someone told me the
I know
general
what you
rule
mean.
once that it's always order one above what you
one
want
above at the restaurant.
'Cause
Yeah,
they
yeah.
never want to overcook a steak, and they always want
Don't
it
wanna-
to be rarer because they want it's more juicy and stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
often, I ordered medium once and got served just this red shit that I don't even think they put on the fucking barbecue.
Yeah. See, I like it quite rare, but whenever I eat out, I say medium rare because
Yeah.
What do you
Well,
think?
I
What do you think?
I think I'm more.
Sean?
Yeah, I used to get well done because my family's all well done.
Ah,
But
well
then
done sucks.
I've gone medium rare because Shane and Marie, my sister, used to always eat that. So that's what I've gone with. I just get
yeah.
whatever. I don't actually really care. I'll eat
As long as it's cold.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Let's try to count to 10. We do this each week.
Classic. Fans
one.
love it.
3,
2, 4,
5.
6.
7.
7.
7. That's
a
good.
record.
Okay,
That's a
1.
new record.
That's good.
1,
2.
3,
4. Oh,
1,
1.
1.
2,
3.
4.
5,
6.
7.
Oh, 7 again. 7
One.
again. 2.
3,
4.
4.
1,
2.
3.
4.
5.
6.
Oh!
Oh,
2.
We're getting closer, fellas.
That's a 2.
That's a ding. Good job, guys. Should Easter have a set date? What do we think of this?
No, it's not that important.
I think it's based now on the moon. It's saying after the third full moon of the year, then Lent starts or whatever. I don't know. It's a bit bizarre. I think I like the fact it always falls on a Sunday. It should do that, but
I thought it was the second Sunday of April.
Yeah, no, because it's been in March before. A few years ago, it was in March.
it varies pretty wildly. It normally works out to be around then, but it sometimes
Okay.
isn't even close. But I like that it's always on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But I think it should be, if it was second Sunday of April, I think that's better than, depends what the celestial fucking stars are saying.
Yeah, I think
Who's Celestial?
I'm just saying. I think it's based on when Jesus died. Surely, someone recorded when
Yeah,
Jesus
give it a
died,
date.
another
Give my
day.
man some
Let's get a
respect.
day. So we
So
know
apparently
our
he
boy-
didn't
my
even
man's
die
name.
then. They
I'm
just
pretty sure
readjusted
Christmas is on the wrong date as well.
it. Yeah, no, they're
It was
both
in like
not.
March or something.
Yeah, that's good.
Does it matter?
Okay, next question. Jaws plot explained. What do you think?
I think this is for you, Cooper. I think.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I've heard
I know a
Ben's
little
thinking
bit
as
out of the
well.
Jaws.
Yeah,
I think
you
we've all
go.
seen Jaws 1, where the big shark. Holy moly, what are we gonna do about it? Great score, great film. Jaws 2, it was such a big success, and they didn't expect it to be. They made a second one, and I think it was just bigger Jaws, and he just did bigger and badder things. He could jump better. He was doing a bit more. He had more physicality to him. He was more of a threat. I think the most important one that is seen on YouTube a lot is Jaws 3, where they team up with Jaws 2, the big Jaws, to take out Jaws 3, because Jaws 3 is so big. And Jaws 3, he legit even jumps out of the water and gets a helicopter at one point. And holy shit, an underrated movie. Like, you haven't seen a villain like it. And the fact they need to team up with wildlife is really, really
Groundbreaking. It says a lot
really
in our modern
astonishing.
society.
Yeah, but they work together
That's
and
right.
they succeed. Okay, next question. Let's start with you.
What are we talking about?
Nah,
Wojak.
hold on. I'll
we'll go
start.
Jackson.
I like
Jackson, you go.
my favorite one is the one where he's like got the mask on, and the
And
mask is like a happy face, but he's like
He's
crying,
crying. Yeah, that's a good
like
one.
sobbing. Oh,
I thought you were a bit of a doomer yourself, Jackson.
yeah, Doom is good, but
What do you, Sweeney?
I don't really know what like Wojak's. I think the Kufa maybe, just because I know that one, but I don't know most of them.
Oh, really? I thought
Not
I
really.
thought you'd be none of us. What do you
I
reckon
don't know the
Shaun is,
names of them.
guys? What do you guys reckon Shaun is?
Shaun.
It's a slur.
Shaun.
He's the one with like the blacked out eyes, I think. The ones who are just deep in
Racist.
depravity.
Yeah, the one that hasn't slept in like a couple days.
Yeah.
Aren't they all like that?
Yes. You just okay.
Depends on someone.
Next question. Immortal people also invincible? Shout out to Oliver Cummins for the question too.
Big no from me. It's like elves, I reckon, in Lord of the Rings. They don't have an age where they expire. Like, they just hit prime and stay there forever. But you can kill them, most definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think internally your body doesn't deteriorate.
Yeah.
If you get chopped off your head and threw it into a volcano, you're dying.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm not sure how this is classified, but Wolverine, he was invincible,
Yeah.
wasn't he? And he still
Yeah.
died eventually. In
But
Logan.
he only
Spoiler.
yeah. So that's a bit of a tricky one. He was invincible and he didn't age, but if you shot him with the stuff he was made out of, that could penetrate his skin and
What, his
kill
dad's
brain.
cum? If you shot his dad's cum at him, he died.
Sure.
Real Achilles heel.
That's the thing. That's what
that
he was
is what
made with,
dudes are
though.
made
Makes
out of.
sense.
Holy
How was
shit,
that?
that's a ding.
Okay, next question.
This one we're talking about the Imperial System. What do we think of the Imperial System?
Not awful. It's absolute garbage.
I think it's very beneficial in early age when they teach Americans math because they have to be good at it. Like, they need to know those like fractions early on, and it really helps them younger. As you get into like using standard units when they get older, and like
I don't think it would help you. It's just another distraction. All the time you spend learning how many inches are in a mile, you could be spent learning how to,
no, because you're going to be
stop
learning those numbers
coronavirus.
anyway.
Yeah, but because you live in that
because you have
society
that
still
fundamental
uses
understanding of
that
those
measure.
numbers.
No, well, I'm saying they should scrap it. The whole
Oh
society.
no, they should.
most definitely should, but it definitely makes them better at math.
Why is it that most people understand heights in the Imperial System?
It's because, I think it's because it's pop culture mainly.
Yeah.
Like celebrities and basketball players are referenced as high.
Yeah, it's more
as
basketball
how
players.
tall
I
they
think it's
are.
more sporting athletes all set in feet.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Next
love feet.
question. Cardinal Pell. What do we think, guys?
I mean, that's a pretty hot button.
I mean, he's free. He's free, so
Yeah.
I don't think he did anything wrong if he's free, I guess.
Oh, no, he
I
definitely-
think it's more
nah.
complex than that.
The judges even said that dismissed the case. They said, we know he's probably done something wrong, but the jury acted too crass.
It was just
Like,
not
they
beyond
acted-
reasonable doubt, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So
They
he
could
still
do-
is
they
going to court and to trial for
Sweeney,
a bunch of other things.
you're a budding lawyer. Could they potentially pursue like a civil suit like they did with OJ, which has a balance of probabilities rather than beyond reasonable doubt?
I don't think so, because I think there's a statute of limitations, maybe, meaning you can only pursue that action within like a certain year period.
Yeah.
Way later because he's pretty well on now. Yeah, do you reckon he prayed before the he prayed to get the good verdict?
Did you say maybe period?
Let's go.
Shaun.
That's gross.
So the next question is, Shaun, get political. Okay, so as you all know,
Don't want to hear that again.
as last week I said, I apologize for any racial or homophobic or xenophobic, any wrongdoings I did politically. But I guess I could probably churn out some political topics. So I reckon that there's been, in Australian history, in Australian prime ministerial history, I reckon there's been a gay prime minister.
Which one?
Come on, name him.
Harold Holt.
Oh,
The sun.
Harold Holt was
Yeah.
gay.
That's a
Well, he probably
name.
went and joined the Navy, swum to the boat, and you know what his Navy guys.
And I
get
reckon
up
he was
to.
just about to get called out because I'm pretty sure it was like it wasn't good to be gay back in those times. I reckon he swam
those
out
times.
because he knew he was done. He knew he was caught. There were the insiders getting info on him, and he was gay. So he swam and killed himself.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So the next question is, what's some advice you would give to your 12-year-old self? What about you, Jaxon?
I was a bit
Got
when
one.
I was so the best advice I'd anyone, they just think you're a wanker. So just be yourself and try and enjoy life.
What about you, Cooper?
I went to a Catholic school, and mine would be don't go to the excursion with George Pell. Worst mistake of my life. Sweeney, what do you think?
Look, I can't follow that up. I think I just tell my 12-year-old self, just like chill out. Like everything's gonna be all right. What you're doing when you're 12 years old doesn't matter at all. Like just
12's bad.
just play Pokemon, enjoy
Fine.
playing Pokemon. Don't fucking worry about anything else.
No,
12
I
to 4,
disagree.
like 12
I
to
disagree.
14 is a really awkward age.
That's when you get like your structure and like your motivation. Yeah, right.
That's a ding. That's a ding. Sorry about that.
Jaxon,
So mini game.
Okay, let's see where we're at.
let's see him go.
All right,
That's
Jaxon. He
looking.
doesn't. If you could hold it up so the camera can see.
Yeah, give it.
He doesn't look to be
show the
making
folks
much
at home.
progress. I'll try commentate if we
I
can.
got
A couple
a
whites
bit.
together are going, couple greens. He's certainly making progress. He's now got 6 whites on one
so-
bit. 9 yellows on one face.
Yeah,
The lone yellow's away though. Most other
The
faces
autism
don't
helps
look good.
him.
About
You
all
got a whole yellow, but I'm pretty sure
9
that's bad.
yellows, but
I don't think he
I
wants
feel he's
9.
gone
I don't
too
think you want
soon.
all the colours on one side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple of them are wrong. I'll
Try
Yeah, I
admit.
send
think
off the next week,
he's made his
Jackson.
shot too early. He's got 20 seconds remaining, and I don't think he's going to solve it this week.
inevitably
I don't
ask
think
this
I am
again.
either. I'll admit it.
At this point, I don't even know if Jackson can solve a Rubik's Cube.
Nah.
He can, but
We-
No, he's shown promise, but
We got a lot of minutes and a lot of
A bit of
podcasts in the
confusion.
future. I think he'll be able to
I think even that 9-face yellow's gone. I think the most he has now
Yeah,
is
good
5.
point.
Yeah, the ding.
Well,
Until next
join
week.
us next week.
So the next question is, what are some of the dangers of falling in love?
never
Cooper.
fall in love.
Yeah, that's the great
I
advice.
personally, there's a lot of potential dangers. High risk, high reward. Love is, either you meet your eternal partner, or you get an insufferable pain, a chip on your shoulder for the rest of
Start
your life.
crying on Instagram.
Yeah, you fall on your own leg in front of like 80 followers on Instagram. What do you think, Sweeney?
I think the main thing about never falling in love, or the risk of falling in love, is often like one of the main causes of murder is that your like spouse kills you, right?
Especially if you're
So
a
you've gotta
woman.
know first.
A woman shouldn't fall in literally like going on a date as a woman is probably one of the most it's probably the most risky things they could do in terms of their life.
I mean, yeah, a lot of
Get
toxic
murdered by another
relationships
person.
around as well.
Yeah.
You just got to know your partner before you commit to them. Before
You need to know
attach
yourself before you can commit to
Yeah,
anyone.
I think. Yeah.
Spilt my
Toxic
drink
masculinity. That's a ding.
I'm going to drink this one off my desk
So,
because I've spilled.
The next
everywhere.
question is not really a question, it's more of a statement. Human sacrifice. What do we think about human sacrifice, Jaxon?
Human sacrifice, Aztecs, they were pretty chill. They just wanted to blame everything on something else. So like if they had a bad year for crop harvest, they were like, we need to please the god of fucking rain. So then they just cut someone's heart out and threw them into a volcano.
Would human sacrifice also be the death penalty? Is that also human sacrifice?
No,
think
because
so.
they
It's not
weren't being
done for a
penalized
deity.
for anything. Like they're
Oh,
not.
it's more if you're like doing it for a god.
Yeah,
They
it's
mostly
for
did it
the-
for like virgins and
Nerds?
Oh, yeah, I reckon if you're a virgin, you should be killed because You're
Mate,
not
there's
that cool.
nothing. First of all, there's nothing wrong with being a virgin and a nerd. I think we all know that. In the wise words of the leg kicking master Volkanovski, I think we all know that to be true. As for human sacrifice, yeah, sure, why not? Do it in town square. Do it in town hall.
It's because you're a virgin,
Do
Shaun.
it in town hall. As long as it's done in town hall, I'm fine. So the next question is male celebrity crush. And this is submitted by
What do you
Xavier.
reckon, guys? Jack,
That's a good one. I have a real soft spot in my heart for Paul Rudd.
Oh, really? Paul Rudd?
Yeah, I reckon the older he's gotten and the more he's matured, he's really come into his own.
Sweeney, what do you
Ant-Man
think?
was great.
My male celebrity crush, Joe Rogan. You know, that's why I got into podcasts with my mates. You know, that guy, he's a stud. You know.
Shaun?
Personally, I like the Bronze Bomber, but recently I've been turned more towards the Gypsy King.
You're a bandwagoner. You're a fake
Nah, it's
fan.
not really the band. I've always been a Gypsy King fan.
I like my boys, either Ryan Gosling or Robert Pattinson.
Adam Patterson?
Like them a lot. Adam
Sweeney.
Patterson. Nah, not Adam Patterson.
Tweeny, when you said you were going to get into podcasting with your friends, when were you going to start doing that?
Yeah, when are the friends coming in?
Fucking loser.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's another thing. So next one we got here is, who's the king of late night YouTube? Gordon Ramsay or Penn and Teller? Sweeney, I guess you know a bit about this.
I watch a lot of late night YouTube. I think late night I'm more directly attracted to Penn and Teller, and it's a bit of magic going on. Whereas during the day I'm more likely to watch Gordon Ramsay. You know, I'll watch a good steak being made, but no, late night is the only time where I'll be like, let's watch a magic trick.
Penn and Teller is a fat dude.
I agree. I totally agree with Jaxon. They're
Wankers
fucking
on stage.
overrated. The thing with Gordon Ramsay, you don't look at what he does good. Kitchen Nightmares is what you watch. You just see him roasting some
His
shit.
personality, man.
Yeah,
I look up to Gordon Ramsay more.
Person on the burner.
He's so good at what he does as well. So he has that on
watch
social
more in late night. That's simply the question.
Kitchen. And they put up new snippets. They might be repeats, but they put up new snippets like every single week. So you just have tend to watch.
Again, there's nothing like see.
So we got here, I'm not sure what this is referring to, but Cooper's apology.
My apology. Shit.
What would you like to
I'm not. Look, I don't think we should bring it up. Exactly what I did. But I think I just need some time to reflect upon my actions. And we live in a different age now. All I would like to say is when I was doing it, the times were a bit different. And I didn't really realize the gravity of what I was doing and who I was hurting until I grew older and more wise. So all I do is ask for forgiveness and hope for the better. But I understand everyone's feelings for all the victims of what I've done. Hope they are able to overcome that, and I'm happy to compensate them any ways necessary. But I'd like to just sit back, reflect at the moment, and hope everyone feels better about what I've done.
We forgive you for being a giant fucking virgin dickhead.
So the next question on that topic is, what was your worst year at high school? 9. Year 9 was hot garbage. Nothing happened. And it's not like you started.
I totally agree.
And you're not that far away from finishing. So you're stuck in that middle. It's like...
For me, every year of high school was terrible. No girl would date me. I'd get bullied by Brad and Chad and fuck high school. Sweeney, what do you think?
2015, mate, year 11. For those who don't know me well,
year 11's my favourite.
Both my brothers head boy of our school, the main prefect, the magnum opus of school. I instead got suspended the day of my prefect interview, then didn't get a prefect position. And I'll never forgive you, Mr. Weston.
Hey, Dad, Mr. Weston.
What about you,
I'd
Jack?
have to say year 9 or 10 too. I didn't get invited to any parties.
Year 9 was the worst. I really hated year
halfway
9.
through year 10. So everyone was going to parties and stuff without me. It sucked.
Shout out to Mr. Weston.
So when was the last time you made your mum cry? I think I'll go first again. I told her under my breath to piss off while I was watching the basketball while it was still on, God bless. And then she walked off crying. What about you, Cooper?
I got into a fight with her just a couple of days ago. Tensions are high in the corona in these times. We're all very close together, and for a long time it gets a bit crazy. And we got into a fight. And I'm not verbally, physically, just started beating the shit out of each other. And eventually I got top mount position, just raining down elbows, and she was sucking.
For me, I think it was in my worst year of high school, 2015. For those who don't know me, both of my brothers were head boy, like the magnum opus of our school. And then on the day of my prefect interview, I got suspended and didn't get a prefect. And then my mum started bawling her eyes out.
You got to...
That's the ding from there.
Love my mum. I never make my mum cry.
I love
fellas, what do you reckon the best kind of chocolate is? I'll start. White chocolate, obviously.
Agreed.
I know it's only a byproduct of real chocolate, but it's superior.
That's what they used to call me in high school, white chocolate.
Yeah, you're in the brother.
That's
club,
what we call
you?
Shaun.
All right, let's start with the main types of chocolate. Who's dark chocolate? Who likes that most? Milk
people.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Milk chocolates are alright, but I'm not in that group.
White chocolate.
Yeah, white chocolate.
I love white chocolate.
Type. So I like
I love
Cadbury.
it.
You know the snack Cadbury blocks and the strawberry ones with the strawberry filling.
Yeah, I do have a soft spot for well-made. I like Marvelous Creations.
Yeah.
Or I like Kinder. I like Kinder a lot.
Yeah.
Marvelous Creations is shit. It's just Cadbury chocolate with... It's just
it's
anime
good.
filled with shit.
It's what you want.
I really like Kinder because it's like mixture of both. It's like Top Deck, but way better. Top Deck's good
It
though.
doesn't have any lollies in it though.
Top
Fellas, if you could master one instrument of your choice, what would you pick? Sweeney, I'd have to ask you because I think I know what you're going to say.
Accordion.
Sweeney reckons the accordion.
So many things.
But no one appreciates the accordion. I recognize it's a hard instrument to learn, but you see a good accordion player, you're like, cool. But like a really good guitarist or a drummer.
I think you see a good accordion player, you respect the shit out of the accordion. The thing is, no one sees a good accordion player.
But that's only people who also know how hard it is to learn the accordion.
But
most people don't
they're
know
playing,
how hard
like
it is.
2-3 instruments worth of things on one thing.
Yeah.
If you see someone playing an accordion song, they're like a full band on their own, like just grooving
it's
out.
insane.
Yeah, personally, I'd have to
most
say
people
the
don't-
piano. Piano's
piano's
fucking sick.
yeah,
If
it's
you can
very
play
versatile.
piano, it's so
You
much
can play-
easier to play.
Piano's just one
Yeah.
part of the accordion.
Yeah,
you
but
can
you master of all trades.
jack
fuck.
off all of them.
Wait, is the accordion? Dang.
Oh man. Should online gambling be illegal? Shaun, what do you reckon?
Shout out to T-Martin.
No, probably not. I've had my fun. If you probably get away with
I got banned from Crown Bet.
Yeah,
Why,
I've been banned from sports
I tried to get my money back fast. I can't believe I think I won a bet or something, and they just went. It took a while to get into my account, and I messaged them. Oh, actually, no, I don't know. I got a thing wrong because I thought I had a promotion, but it wasn't valid in WA. I was like, no, I need this money. Like, it's for my kids. Like, they're going to school tomorrow. My wife knows I got a gambling addiction. Please just give me the money back. They're like, okay, we've refunded the money. You're banned from the platform. Like, please never gamble again.
I'm banned from Crown Bet as well. And I literally don't even think I made a Crown Bet account ever. I just made one and they were like, this email's banned.
You got banned.
I
Why
got
did you
banned
get
from
banned, Shaun?
Sportsbet because I put in my name as Shaun, as you'll know me as. But legally, my name is Gerald. So that didn't actually work out too well.
All right, Cooper, enlighten us. Your dad, what happened there? What's the story? What's going on?
That's come from James L. Hindi, that one.
Shout out to James L. Hindi. Look, I only want to talk about this once. Bit of a personal issue to me. Pretty much what happened. My dad, he's a strange guy, you know. He didn't really trust in anyone. So I never got a vaccine when I was a kid or anything. So I ended up getting very sick. And what he did, he didn't take me to a doctor or a GP because he didn't trust that stuff. He took me to an acupuncturist. And I didn't want an acupuncture at all. But he was like, you got to do it. And I was like, I was scared of needles, but I was like, I guess I'll do it. So this tiny Asian doctor, he seemed harmless. I lay on the bed and he acupunctured me and I could feel my chakras erupting inside of me.
At what part of this did your dad leave and never come back?
Look, what it was, after what happened, I got acupunctured and it just made everything worse. I couldn't read, or I actually even became sexually impotent. And it just ruined me, especially in my
those
formative
freaking
years.
needles, man.
Okay,
Freaking needles. You know what really grinds my gears? Not quite sure
Is that
what
the- is
means,
that the
but
topic?
I'm sure you guys
What grinds everyone's gears?
Shaun, what grinds your gears?
Probably terrorism. Who hates terrorism, right? I mean, it's pretty infuriating. Like, why bother? Like, why can't we all just live in harmony? Why can't we all just be happy?
What grinds your gears, Sweeney?
I'm a pretty chillax dude, but what grinds my gears is people.
Social justice warriors.
It's people who pay too much for online products when they could be getting discounts on it. And all you need to do is download Honey to get those discounts. It grinds my gears. People paying way too much.
And too easy clicks that can be yours.
Mine's
Download Honey.
I want to chuck her off the 45-meter tower at Jin Jin.
Yeah. I hate people that just watch the anime and don't read the manga.
Oh, man, there's nothing wrong with that.
Next question.
Okay, podcast format. What do we reckon, fellas?
Oh, yeah, bit of conjecture
What's
about this
happening?
one.
Behind
Wait,
the
wait,
scenes.
I think
I'd like to get some response from the viewers. What we think of this. I think a lot of this podcast stifles how we can develop subjects and make them funnier. But a minute doesn't allow us to do this. I think it's a good idea, and I'd be happy to keep doing it. But after the podcast, we're actually going to be releasing a post show where
That's
we're
your 30 seconds. So for mine, the podcast, I think it's perfect. I think, no one wants to just see four dudes talk about a few subjects because fucking you can tune into any podcast.
But I'm so unique, Sweeney.
Okay, Sweeney, that's your 15 seconds there. I'm going to have to cut you off. I disagree. I think we all need a bit more time to go deeper into the...
This guy's a legend. I don't know who this is.
Is this me? Am I legend?
I don't know who I'm pointing at, but this is legend.
You're pointing at nothing on my screen.
Sweeney,
We need more time, pretty much.
Okay,
Impact of coronavirus on school shootings in the US.
That one comes from Matt Boys.
I think it's going to be really difficult because now they have to go door to door.
Who's Matt Boys?
Yeah.
He's a loyal listener. I don't know, but
Is he your mate?
Jaxon, you know a lot about Matt. You know a lot about
Listen to the
door to
podcast.
door. How hard just is that? Especially when you carry on a gun.
The hardest thing about door to door is my dick while I'm doing it.
The thing is, how do you shoot up a school when your school's on Zoom, right? You can maybe get at max like 2 victims if they live next door. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for school shootings. You're not going to see them.
It is good for them, but
Wait, good for him. When you say good for him, you mean
how are you going to grow sexually by getting molested by Cardinal Pell on the February 27th, 2014 at school? In the
comfort of your own home.
How can you do that on Zoom?
In the comfort of your own. That's what I'm saying.
Fellas, how old's too old? What do we reckon? Number 48.
Like, sexually?
Nah, like to live to.
Oh.
I reckon
over 90. Like,
push
that's
me off a boat or something.
Anyone, you've never met someone who's still with it.
I got a hot take. Anything past 25, you should be grateful. Anything past...
What about
you're just saying that because your skin colour, Shaun.
Sean, how old sexually would you go?
For me, since I started at probably 21, probably give me like 5 more years of this, I'll probably be sick of it. So
how old's too old? Where do you draw the line?
26. I was still going 26.
No, on a lady. 26. What about you, Sweetie?
I reckon.
Oh, sexually we're talking now.
Like
105.
50, 50, something like that. I mean,
31. Nah, chick at work was hot. She was 42. 42.
17. Next question.
Holy shit. Thoughts on the projected model of a gamer in 20 years? There's a link here for an article. I haven't read it.
It's
very awesome.
And it was showing what a gamer in 20 years will look like. And it's literally this pale-skinned motherfucker. Has a beer gut, similar to myself.
Is it this?
I haven't been playing Ring Fit Adventure. Pale skin, has eczema. They call it Nintendo thumb because they've been fucking moving the camera too much. So
gamer in 20
what do you think?
Pretty much.
What do you think a gamer will look like in 20 years, Jaxon?
This peak male performance.
Pretty much. It's a mixture of you, Cooper, and Jaxon all in one.
Yeah, it is.
So awesome. So perfect.
Awesome.
Awesome. If you could see, if Cooper turned off the red screen he has in front of him, you can see how pale this motherfucker is.
I'll get a white screen.
Yeah,
get a white. Turn it off. No, just turn it off.
All good.
Because then you just go dark. There's no point going dark. Yeah, see, that's...
Zero dark 30.
That's all you want to see, really.
It helps a lot, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, hard shot. All right, I've got a normal shot here, but...
I'm not doing a hard shot. Score update, though, I'd say Cooper's on 37. Sean's
I'll do a hard shot next
Oh,
one.
no, I've had about 4 beers. I've had 4.5 beers.
5.
Um,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
hard shot. Are we doing a hard shot?
I'm gonna do the hard
Then
shot now, and then I'll skip the
6
next
and a
one because I
half.
just did one. I think
And I'll
I'm
show you my
actually gonna
bag.
vomit on this hard shot.
I'll show
I'm
you the
already
bag
so
of shit.
pissed.
See the bag in there? There's 6 beers in the
Oh,
bag.
I really reckon I'm gonna vomit on this.
I clean
Okay,
up.
are we going? Are we
Are we
timing
doing
it
it
down?
with?
Or
We're doing
I'm
it
gonna
during
go
the
now.
time.
Sweeney, okay, go.
I'm gonna vomit. Hard shot. Oh, that was terrible.
I haven't done it.
Fuck.
Fuck.
I've had
Oh, Sweeney, that bucket's got holes in it.
Dude, yeah. I'll cover him.
that wasn't good at all.
Ah, shit. Okay, next question. Who's on next question?
Oh, good. That's me actually. China's One Belt,
Jaxon.
One Road initiative. What do we think?
That's what I just said. Jinx.
Oh, there you go.
No, you can't
this is
talk until I
racist.
say your name or you
I
owe me
think
a
the
soda.
You can't
infrastructure
talk.
it's developing
You
in
can't
a lot of countries is useful, but
Oh,
comes
my
at the
name's
cost
Sweetie
of-
and I'm hugging a bucket.
it comes at the cost
Look
of.
at you. Look at you.
Sweeney, you're a
you.
fucking
You're
loser.
talking about the
Child.
One
You're a
Belt,
child.
Look
One
at your
Belt,
fucking
One
shirt.
You're a
Road.
child.
No, listen. One
No one
Belt, One
cares
Road.
about your
It's
child
good
or
for
your
the
belt.
infrastructure of countries, but it comes at the cost of those countries needing to like sign over their UN votes and allegiances to China, which is bad. But China's got such like a big hegemony anyway.
Why is your debating style so racist?
Do you feel cool, Sweeney, after using all them big words? No one knows
China.
what the
Okay,
What do you think of
explain to
China,
the folks. Explain to the folks at home what conjecture is.
Well, first of all, when I say China, sorry, you're going to cut me off there.
That's it.
Okay.
Can a 4 date a 9 and the relationship be fulfilling? Cooper, Mr.
I think-
4, you'd understand.
Yeah, I think if it's only for physical reasons, no, it's going to deteriorate very quickly. Probably because Paul has a lot of money, which is not me. I'm 4 and I'm broke. But I think some people who are 4s just have a great personality and really smart, like me, which bumps themselves up to like I don't know, like an 8.5. So it does make it all right. Jaxon, what do you think?
Me, I'm ugly. So,
4.
Bad hand.
but I can make a mean dinner and charm the pants off anyone. So guess
You've
I'm a
charmed my
9.
pants off several times to tell you that.
Who do you
much,
reckon?
in
Who
fact.
do you reckon? Oh, this might be a topic for next week. But who do you reckon was
Sorry,
punching?
okay, that's a ding. That's
Zing?
a ding.
Okay,
Ding.
I've got a good topic for next week.
Listen, this is a mini game. My longest yeah boy ever. So on 3, we're all going to do a yeah boy.
I'm going to yak mid-year boy.
Yeah, I think I'm
Go,
going to
go.
project up.
Okay,
3, 2, 1. Yeah,
Yeah,
boy. I'm out. Cooper, I don't think you're making sounds, mate.
Who won that? Was that a tie?
Jaxon still got.
I think Jaxon got it. I think
Oh, was
Jaxon
Jackson still
longest
going?
yeah
Jaxon,
boy.
he's the undisputed
So,
champion.
Look at the footage. I think
It's all of
Jackson
his-
might
all of
That's
have-
your
Jackson's
quickest
time
yeah
with-
boy. Your quickest yeah boy now.
All of Jackson's time with Cardinal Pell made him have a deep lungs.
What are the crackheads doing for lockdown, Shaun?
Go back to the ex-wife. See if they can like get anything out of her.
You didn't know what a
But
crackhead
obviously, because
is.
she's a stuck-up bitch, she would never go. So probably try hoard as much crack as they can from their dealer. I'd say. But
I have to disagree with you there, Shaun. You're a fool. You're a plum.
Yeah, crackheads don't have wives. Real crackheads don't have wives. They've been on
Yeah.
that shit for years, mate. What they're doing, if some crackheads, they're actually quite intelligent. If they're able to like game Centrelink enough and like get that payment, they're doing better than ever because they probably increased their payments.
They've doubled their payments, man. They're smoking more crack than ever.
They're loving it, mate. Because that's still on the black. The black market's the last thing to go in times like this.
Man,
you
and
know?
the streets are open. Crack's so cheap at the moment, I've
it'd
heard.
be the best time for them. They'd be loving this. Go crackheads.
They'd be loving it. It'd be awesome.
So next question: the Monty Hall problem. Is anyone not aware of what the Monty Hall problem?
I don't know what that is. What's that?
All right, Cooper, I'll play
heard
with
of
you.
it.
So I'm the game show host. You're a participant. There's 3 doors, A, B, and C.
Oh, I did this.
Behind 2 doors, there's a piece of shit, and behind 1 door, there's money. Which door do you pick,
Money.
A, B, or C?
The one with no shit behind it. Let's say
Which one?
C.
C, all right. I will now open a door that does not have, that
Money
does
behind
not
it.
have money behind it.
Got shit in it.
Or that has shit in it. So I'm going to open door B. Do you want to swap your answer logically to the
Wait.
other door, or do you want to keep the answer you have?
Wait, so one has shit. The one that
One
you
has
closed
money.
off is one of shit.
No, there's no
So,
shit.
so
yeah.
there's now B and C
This
left.
was
One of them's got
a
money.
50. Oh, technically it's not a 50.
Is it a 50-50?
No, I'll change that. To the
Oh,
next
you've
one.
made the right decision.
Yeah,
2/3 of the time you're correct.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Better than a 50-50.
Speed running, 56. Speed running. Jaxon, you're a bit of a speed runner. What do you think?
Yeah, speedrunning's awesome. Half pressing the A button's pretty cool, I guess.
Oh,
It's a bit political.
But yeah, speedrunning's fun, but it's a bit of a fad. I don't know.
think speedrunning will be around forever.
Speedrunner. It will be, but
Shaun, which game would you be best at speed running if you had to pick a game?
Probably one of the Pokemons. I would say I can do those pretty quickly. It's probably
There's
the only
so
game-
many maths in speedruns of Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
Shaun.
Because especially since it's a tile-based game, I think I could probably nail down exactly where
Jaxon,
tile would go.
what would you speed run if you had to?
probably Sean's mum because it's so quick and easy.
Ode. Cooper?
Hey, don't you mean you're quick and easy? Is that what you're implying? But
You know what's quick and easy?
might
Downloading
be-
Honey and applying the Honey discounts to your browser. Download
Surely be
Hiney.com and you'll
Hey,
get
you
it.
forget Hiney, but then next time you make a purchase.
Jaxon, it's time for your fun fact of the week. What do you got for us?
Fun fact of the week, Germany tried to bankrupt Britain by airdropping fake bills all over the city, but they were like really legit looking fake bills.
That's pretty interesting.
And it led to a 19% inflation of the currency. So that
all right. Jeez.
much to think about,
If
really.
you had a bill like out the front of your house that just was like Jackson Emmett pay $800, would you think? And even if it looked fully like authentic, would you be like, yeah?
Did the bills
Yeah.
work? If the
Not
bills
a,
work,
I
how
think
would-
it was like $100 bill, not like a power bill.
Yeah, but if it was just like you have to pay $800 and it was just out the front of your house,
Probably. I'm a fool.
which Australian coin, and there's many of them, of course, best represents your preferred nipple size on a woman? I'm going to go one step further and talk about nipple dimensions on a woman. The 50-cent coin, perfect. I like that perfect. Oxford.
I like big. I like big. Between 20 and 50.
Not size. I just mean shape. I want.
Oh,
those
hexagon.
Well, isn't there two options there? There's either a hexagon or a circle. The rest of them is circles.
Well, what size as well?
Yeah,
I
like
probably
a
want a
5 cent,
hexagon,
that's-
and a 10-cent.
You want a massive hexagon? Oh no, 10-cent hexagon.
Octagon.
If it's not that big. The 50 cents not that big.
My nipples
Oh.
cover most of my breast. They're
Split my
really
beers.
big.
What nipple? Are we getting our nipples
Is
out?
it that big?
That's like
That's big.
that's probably my nipples are probably about 20 cent.
Subscribe to my fan.
Nah, that's a
that
50,
one.
Sean, and you know it.
Sean, yours
I'd
are
have
big.
to say
Yours are very
20
big.
cent,
Yours are very big.
Do I?
Sean,
Jackson.
20 yeah.
20 cent
cut me off
coin's
there.
awesome.
Guy Sebastian in Wuhan. If you haven't seen this, Guy Sebastian
This
uploaded
is
a
good.
post in like November 2019, being like, "Great performing in Wuhan. Ate some really interesting stuff. More on that later." In brackets, there was never more on that later. The only thing that later came out in terms of eating things from Wuhan, though not from Guy Sebastian, was that some motherfucker ate a pangolin or a bat or whatever the fuck it was. So
It's a guy
what do we
moment.
think?
That really is a guy moment.
I think
That
it's
is a guy moment.
I think he might have to. What he should post from now is, "Oh my god, don't go to Wuhan and eat random wild animals."
Worst mistake of my life.
That probably would be the worst mistake of his life, especially publicizing that to everyone on his Twitter.
Jackson, what do you think about this? Guy Sebastian heading to Wuhan.
I was looking at that today, and I can't read or write well, so I don't really know what's going on. I saw him posing with a bat or something, and that was...
Did you get an acupuncture, Jackson?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a ding. We'll talk about the
Question 60, intersectional feminism is the discussion topic. Look, I think, nothing really wrong with intersectional feminism.
Cool.
I think
Yeah,
I
that's
think
a
it makes
pretty cool
sense
topic.
because not all feminists are the same. Although feminists are like bind by the movement of female being female. I think within that group, there are more.
Does that mean?
There are more oppressed
I mean, there's a
groups
big
within
difference.
Does that
There's
mean
a
you can
big-
be a male who's a feminist?
Well, that's a different thing entirely.
different,
What
yeah.
What
intersectional
wave of feminism is the best? I'd have to say second wave feminism is
Second
probably-
wave's the one that most like
First,
you know,
second.
small L liberals would say is the best one. Third is
Yeah.
the intersectional one, or encompasses that. What intersectional feminism is, Shaun, is like, so all women you want to empower, but within women you have like Julie Bishops of the world who like really hold a heap of sway and power, and then you also have like a disabled trans black woman, you know, and you want to promote the latter's interests a bit more. That's the
They
difference.
can't get up ladders, Sweeney. Fucking
It's
Yeah,
time.
I think time to move on to a new topic. So imagine if the world had just one time zone. Shaun.
I lost my orange.
I reckon
photo.
that'd be good. I actually reckon that'd be good because, like, say you're in Australia, like I'll cop the short end of the straw. We'll assume you'll go Greenwich Mean Time is midnight at what we consider midnight. Then you would assume that we would be +8 forward, so our midnight would be 8 a.m. No, yeah, it wouldn't.
So
be
we're
great.
waking up though at like 5 p.m. Is that
Yeah,
fine with
but,
you?
yeah. But you would get used to it, and you would be like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I
I've got
agree.
someone."
Yeah.
Because
No,
there's
I
only
think
few
if
countries
we
you
had
really need to talk
a
to.
one-word time zone, everyone would be more aware of what
other
time is
countries
where.
are in. Yeah. What other countries' time zones are. So you'll be fine with like, oh, it's in America. I need to call them in like our morning. So I think that'll be fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with a world time zone.
Oh shit! When you go read out the next one.
What is the riskiest place that you've ever pissed? Cooper, I know you've pissed in a few places.
Me,
You got caught once.
probably in your mum's mouth, Sweeney.
Oh, come on, Shaun.
I not pissed. I guess I think I was pissing when I was pooing, but I pooped in Garden City. In like not in a toilet, in like outside in the like under like a little stairwell. So I think that was probably the riskiest place. We got caught. I've been pretty big, and it's night time, so there's guards.
Have you pooped where you slept? Is that when you were homeless? That short stint of time?
Yeah.
For mine, I don't know what the riskiest place I've ever pissed was. I'm pretty certain I pissed in a hotel lobby once, though. But they designed it to look like a big jungle, you know, that sort of thing.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I vomited on your carpet. I thought I pissed.
Did I miss a top?
vomited on your
Did I
carpet.
miss a drink?
Yeah, just one. but
Riskiest place you've pissed,
that's another
Jaxon.
one.
Oh,
Next time, we'll get it next
Okay,
time.
next question. The gang attempts to put their own fist in their mouth. Let's
Here
go.
comes a
I'm
minigame.
going to gack if I open my mouth anymore.
All right, let's go.
Come on, go. I think.
I
King
actually
can
gonna
do it.
vomit. Oh, I'm gonna vomit. I can't do it. Jackson's looking pretty good. I think Jackson's got all appendages in there. Shaun's given up. Shaun, McDonald's mouthfuls, man, used to stuff entire McDonald's meals in his mouth. He seems to have pulled out like a coward.
I can't get past this back part of the knuckle. If that was rounded.
Cooper's doing all right, but Cooper has to get the thumb in there to be a real.
That's not a fist. That's just shoving your hand in your mouth. They want a
Yeah.
fist. Like
Everyone
fist.
can shove. Look at this, Cooper.
there's none left.
Yeah, everyone can just do it. Everyone can do what you're. Everyone can do what you're doing.
Turn it into a fist. Jackson,
Well, I was
what do you
gonna
got?
shouldn't have shoved my fingers down
No,
my
I
mouth.
can't do it. I think I did well. I think I did better.
Jackson
than-
preoccupied. Yeah.
I think Jackson definitely had the best go. I've
Yeah,
seen
Jackson did the best go
at
at it. Okay, next question. Do you recognize Kosovo?
Kosovo. It's
Kosovo.
formerly part of Serbia, and obviously being part of
No,
Serbia also means it was formerly part of like Yugoslavia. Has a unique
I should probably
you know,
know that.
population. In 2008, declared independence. Australia recognized it in 2008, like immediately, and most Western countries did. I think it's a majority Islamic place actually, but I think only about 60% of Islamic countries have even recognized it, which is interesting considering Serbia's.
What do the rest of the fellas think of Sweeney making his own talking points about random topics?
I'm just
that we
saying.
don't really care
I'm all
about.
for
or know
it.
about?
Do you recognize Kosovo, Cooper, on that information?
I just got yelled at by my
I will.
mum
Yeah, I would.
because I drank all of the
You would?
Coke Zero.
Shaun,
and
do you
now-
recognize Kosovo?
I'd say just as Taiwan is just a part of mainland China, I would say Kosovo is just a part of the Soviet Union, pretty much. And that's a ding there, fellas. That's the silent thing we like to call it.
That's that old.
Okay, next question. Which referencing style is everyone's favourite?
Ooh. I'd like to go APA.
AGLC, and I'll see you soon.
I know what that means. I'd go APA. Oh, Sweeney's definitely going to yak, but I would go APA. Mostly because there's this program called Overleaf that does all the formatting for you.
Yeah, it makes it very easy because I think APA is quite popular.
Got a sponsor for next week?
The
APA
American
I don't think I'll do that.
Psychology Association.
Jaxon, you did psychology for a semester. What was your favourite semester? Your referencing tool?
I did it for 2 years.
Did you? I didn't know you did it for so long.
Why'd you quit so early? Why'd you quit when you were that close?
Couple of reasons. Main one is I'm illiterate.
Can't
I really liked APA because
Harvard's overrated. Harvard sucks.
Next question. Okay, let's go. Tiger King. Let's go, Jaxon.
That shit's awesome. There's tigers and there's fucking meth and they'll have sex.
Do you know what? They're legit all on
meth,
man.
Of
too.
course
That's the
they're
thing.
all meth.
Not until like the 6th episode, or like 5th, 6th episode. Yeah, we do meth all the time.
Wow.
But pretty much they're just like, yeah, it's obvious. It's like he's like, look at us.
Yeah,
like,
but like, yeah,
it's just like rednecks with way too much money. He's like, yeah, we hired a fucking because like you like when you watch the thing, you think they're really wealthy, which like they probably are. They probably have a bit of money.
They have no money, man. You can tell
they have money, but they're just not. As soon as they get it, they're just spending it. Like
I don't know. Those parks cost a lot of money to maintain.
No. They have money. They definitely have money. But what I'm saying is like they don't have as much money as they appear to seem to have. Because they're just buying shit, spending shit. Like the whole like political campaign he goes through is clearly just like it's not even fun by him. Like, okay. Ding. Next question. What do you guys think of Fireplaces?
I've seen Mary Poppins, Chim Chimney, Chim Chiroo. That's just hard to keep.
That's how you get rid of Carol Baskins. You put her in a fireplace.
That bitch.
Never date me.
I like the digital fireplace where it's got the fake fire, but it puts out like a heater. It's a heater mixed with like a screen. It's got a fake fire. I like that. That's
You're a
cool.
fake dude, Shaun, because you're not about anything real. I like authentic fireplaces that put out real charcoal, real heat, real vibes, real smell. I want something real in my life.
Real good times.
A real carbon footprint, isn't it, Jaxon?
And you know what? Real discounts on things that I buy online in real time.
Only possible through Heine.com.
Shout out to Heine. You know, like once you download it, it only takes a minute to download if you can spell honey. But once you've got it, you'll get discounts on websites you didn't even know you could get discounts on.
If I had the whole minute, that's the best thing about me. There's been several times. Oh, sorry.
Okay, next question. Favorite Donald Trump quote? I'll start fast. I think one of the favorite things is just his tweet about ASAP Rocky. Which is very, very funny. He even put the money symbol in there and stuff. I thought it was very funny. Sweeney, what do you think?
What was the ASAP tweet? Hold on.
When he was in prison and he was like, "Can we please free ASAP Rocky?
Free my boy." #ASAP.
Yeah, it's like free ASAP
pretty much.
Rocky.
It was just very funny. Sweeney, what do you think?
I think it's just the nicknames he uses, and regardless of the tweets he makes about them, like
Pocahontas,
so good, Pocahontas, so good. It's like
Chinese,
low energy gem.
I think
Chinese
the ones
virus.
where he's been recently actually trying to attract like Bernie Sanders supporters, the most left-wing people ever, to his cause, being like, you know, the crooked Dems rigged it against crazy Bernie again. If you're a Bernie fan, hop on board. I'm not going to rig anything against you. It was all Pocahontas' fault.
My favorite is I like China all the time. Donald Trump's a marketing genius.
Dude, he's a funny guy.
Next question. Who killed boot scooting enthusiast Corin Rainey?
That question comes from Riley Hughes. Or Riley Andrews.
Lloyd
Corin Rainey. I know that girl.
No, Lloyd Rainey's
Who
alive.
killed her?
Well. The feds. The feds had it out to kill Lloyd Rainey.
Lloyd Rainey's like the O.J. Simpson of Perth.
No, OJ. Oh no. First of all, OJ did it.
Lloyd Rainey is.
They both did it.
Nah.
Yeah, they both did it.
Nah.
They both did it.
Look at the
Okay, OJ had good lawyers.
Interesting
Lloyd
story.
Rainey was a good lawyer.
Interesting
But
story.
he didn't I've all during his trial.
Yeah, you know who did?
Yeah. No, but he.
Good lawyers.
His best friend who currently doesn't talk to him anymore because he knows he did it.
His best friend who killed his wife. That's probably why he's talking.
My sister played netball against one of his daughters.
Yeah, same.
And I used to see him regularly on a weekend.
Sorry
basis.
about that.
Prove it.
See him killing his wife.
Yeah. Oh shit! I've lost the questions up.
If
Sweeney,
you
have you
were a
got 'em?
grandparent, what would you want your grandchildren to refer to you as? Like Pop,
Big Daddy
granddad.
Dick.
Jaxon, what would you want them to refer to you as?
I'd probably legend.
Legend.
Just straight up legend. Just, hey, legend.
I want to talk to Grandma and Legend.
No,
I
legit.
want to refer to me as what I'm known as in my friend group, the Gypsy King. I was formerly known as the Bronze Bomber, but the
There
Gypsy
you
King is
go.
now what I'm referred to. I'd rather my
Cooper.
grandparents call me
Cooper,
that.
what would you want to be referred to as?
For me, I'd have to
I
say
already
Pop
said
Pop,
mine.
probably. I don't
What's
know.
yours?
Pop Pop's
What's yours,
cool.
sorry?
Big Daddy Dick Rig.
I think I'd want to be a bit of alliteration, but keeping with the old man thing. I'd want to be something like senior citizen Sween or something,
I think
Or
yours would
Small
be-
Cock Sweeney.
Yeah.
What about that?
I mean, hopefully my grandparents aren't, my grandchildren are aware of that.
Well, I'm sure they will be.
Have you ever been in a car accident? You guys, what do you
No,
think?
shit.
Cooper and Shaun, you guys have stories about this.
I think you can describe my ex-girlfriend as being as a car accident itself. Her heart's so cold. That it really was just
Driving into an
demolition.
iceberg.
It was a demolition going into that relationship, and I've never recovered since.
I actually never have had a car crash myself, but I know one of my friends who have, and all that happened was they just crashed into a tree, walked home, and then that's it. That's all. Like nothing. Car crashes are overrated. Not much more happens than like just the car hitting something.
Jaxon, you ever been in a car crash?
I've been responsible for one car crash. Hit a tree.
Sweeney, have you?
No, not personally.
I thought you did.
Shaun.
Next question.
So, what ever happened to that Epstein guy?
That Epstein guy
What's
sounds
his
like a real
involvement?
jerk.
I think
I'll
that's
start with
quite
that.
interesting. You think he's like
Oh,
involved in
yeah, no. Is he the one in the Black Book? There's a member of
Yeah.
the royal family who's in the
Yeah.
Black Book.
Black Book.
Is that Prince Philip?
Yeah.
Prince Andrew.
It's literally like Epstein's. it's
Andrew,
like,
sorry,
Prince Andrew.
Andrew,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't think it was Philip.
Prince Philip's
literally a book.
racist, but other than that, he's okay.
What do you mean other than that?
But
Oh, well,
Sweeney's
he's not
racist,
touching
so
it.
he's okay to Sweeney.
Yeah.
He's just a normal dude to Sweeney.
I think it's quite interesting.
I think he's dead.
I think he's definitely involved in that pedophile ring that was going on, for sure.
Why do you think
Best
he's
ring
dead?
ever.
Is that like a
Because he
Lord
was
of the Rings?
Epstein's best
Is that
friend.
like one of those rings?
No, Epstein. Why do you think Epstein's dead?
Because
I think-
he knew things that he was...
Is he
I'm
in
going
touch
to
with- is he
I'm
dead?
going to indict the
I don't know. I'm not smart
So the
enough
next
for that,
question
I'll admit it.
is what's a more feasible conspiracy? Climate change is a hoax, or that the global Jewish or the global Jewish plot?
Global Jewish plot.
Not the global Jewish
What does
plot
that
is.
entail, Cooper? I'm not
Well,
familiar.
yeah, for those who aren't familiar, Andrew Fisher, the smartest guy to ever exist, he was a chess player. No one could beat him on the board. He's a polymath.
Do you mean
just good,
Bobby
good,
Fischer?
good at, Bobby Fisher, that's it.
Yes.
He
Andrew
was he was good at everything, and smartest guy in the world. And he said, you know what? I think we're getting controlled by these people. And I was like, I'll back you.
Legend. That's awesome, Cooper.
Interesting. Jaxon, broadcasting from space. What do you think?
My parents just turned off my light because I took all my mum's Diet Coke. So I'm looking for a red light like Cooper.
Oh, a legend.
Oh, what
Oh,
is
yeah,
it?
get some.
Behind you? Oh, that's a ding. Sorry about that. So number 74, Joe Biden. What about you, Sweeney? What do you think of Joe
Hey,
Biden?
that guy's so
Joe Biden.
old, and he's clearly, showing cognitive decline.
He's actually not.
He's
that
not- he's
old.
not
I think
that
he's just got
old.
problems. He's just got problems.
Yeah. He's showing cognitive decline. There is no
Yeah.
way that he can serve for 4 years as the American president.
You just sound like a Bernie stan.
Any time
No,
they're
but
meant to be serving for 8 years is the goal.
Sweeney's the most
Imagine-
racist guy on earth. He doesn't support
Joe
Bernie,
Biden.
but you have to admit Bernie's still with it. Like he's still pretty on it.
I agree.
Where
Fully,
Joe's just not
fully.
with it at all.
Could you imagine Joe Biden in 8 years' time?
Imagine him debating Donald Trump on a stage. Donald
That'd
Trump's
be
going
funny.
to
I can't wait.
hurt him. He's
Wasn't
going to be a
he
rap
4
battle.
years
It's going to be.
ago?
He's just
Wasn't he
going to make
4
fun of
years
it. It's
ago
going to be
vice
so
president?
funny.
Surely
Getting
Vice
way too
President was
political for me.
Stacey
How-
Abrams. But
Sweeney, how funny is it going to see them having a debate? That's going to be so funny.
it's a bit political, that.
So next question, minigame. Jaxon recite the Our Father.
Come on, Jaxon, what do you got? Let's hear it.
Go, Jaxon.
On our Easter
Our
special.
Father, art thou in heaven?
Close.
Close enough.
Hello, there's your name.
Yeah, close enough. That's close enough.
Too bad.
Keep going.
Once we have come,
Yeah, close
Yep.
enough.
Good. That's it.
God's pretty.
though I
fictitious,
have not done
Yeah.
for
Get the
in
right-
earth such as in heaven.
That's actually kind of close. That one.
That's all right.
Ironically.
Give
Give
us
us-
this day our daily bread.
You're on a roll.
And
You got the momentum.
Forgive us of our trespasses,
Speak what we're looking for.
Leave him be. Leave him be.
as we have once in the beginning.
Well, maybe next time. Maybe next Easter we'll get that one.
So the next question is thoughts on the chaotic organization of the UFC, as in Fight Island, all these cancellations, etc. I think Cooper's the UFC expert for us.
What are my thoughts on it? I never had high hopes for 249. I think it was always going to get cancelled. As soon as the coronavirus started like shutting events down, I was like, oh, that's gone. Especially because, as fans will know, the Tony and Habib fight is cursed, and I was like, this is definitely going to do something to it. I think, however, I do think UFC will be one of the most, not only because of the format, because it's fighters, it's one-on-one. It will be one of the first sports back. I think Dana wants to be one of the first sports
Absolutely.
back. I think we'll
His
rebound
I
soon.
think-
But I don't think there'll be any events for the next 2 months.
The thing is, I think the fact that it's cancelled is acceptable, but the fact that he kept hyping up and kept being like it's going to happen, it
No,
now
but
looks
he
a bit
genuinely
embarrassing.
thought it was gonna
But Dana
happen.
tried, man. Dana's that type of guy. He's insane.
So next question we got here is minigame. Something interesting in arm's reach. Who's win? I got a no smoking sign and a reserve sign. That's probably the best I
I've got
got.
some Lego. So there's two horses together. I have UWA Junior Rugby Under 13s.
Did you ever go to UWA?
Well, I played for the rugby team.
You never went to UWA. We go to UWA, Shaun.
I go to ECU, and you're soon to go to ECU.
I'm going to go to ECU soon.
You're going to go to
Legit.
ECU. Nothing wrong with going to ECU.
I've got some tape.
And a nerd.
Got some tape because I dislocated Jaxon, actually, a member of our podcast. I dislocated my finger.
My glass is kind of cool. My shot glass.
I got some tape for my fingers. Where's that?
Kind of cool. It's got a line on it. That's a deal. Jaxon used to have an interesting room, but unfortunately we couldn't get to him. What's Coyote Peterson up to nowadays? Did he go?
There's absolutely no doubt. Coyote Peterson. He used to get stung by big bees and stuff. And for about the back half of like 2018, he was the biggest motherfucker on YouTube. Like getting bitten by bullet ants. But the issue is he did like one every month. And then eventually there's no more dangerous bugs to get you. And mate, he wanted to be the next Steve Irwin. Instead he's the
Is he
next...
dead?
I don't
He's
know.
only didn't die.
He could be. The thing is, he wanted to be the next Steve Irwin. Instead, he's the next fucking Ray William Johnson. He's just disappeared off the face of the
Let
earth.
me just say, I think while he did do it all too fast, I think he's kind of got he was sexually attracted to having that much pain. So I think he does it privately. Like he just has bullet ants to bite him privately. He has blue
I
wasps
believe
to bite
that.
him privately. But besides that, he's living his life. So you and one other rap group have to fight the Wu-Tang Clan. Who do you choose?
That's a good question.
Cooper.
Who's coming up with that one?
You start.
The Wu-Tang Clan are pretty hard. If I had to choose one, but there's like a lot of people in the Wu-Tang Clan. I think one of the hardest like duos around would be like Mobb Deep, but there's only 2 or 3 of them I think at one point. If I had to choose a gang, you'd probably choose like NWA maybe, but how many are there? There's 4 or 5 of them.
Surely ASAP would
No,
have it.
the mob aren't. They're new age, man. We're talking about some old shit.
Yeah, but see,
Anything.
you're one of those old head rappers. You're just one of those old
Yeah,
head.
but the older people are tougher though. That's just
New
facts.
age. No, it's
Wait,
how's
you
the
think?
facts.
Wait,
How's
you
the
think?
facts? New
You
age
don't
people
think? You
not only
don't
do they
think?
make better
Do
music,
you honestly think?
just
Do you
as
think?
tough.
do you think the mob would beat the Wu-Tang if they were in a beat?
Rocky's pretty boy, but he can mess
You're an
someone
idiot.
up.
You're an idiot. You got no idea.
Oh, that was a good topic I missed.
All right, so
Oh,
the next one is,
This is a
do you
book
only
away.
weebs watch anime? And again, Sweeney, you go actually. You go.
Do only weebs watch anime? I think no. Especially
I watch a lot of anime. I like anime.
quarantine.
But you're a
environments like
weeb.
this.
That's
Fucking
the-
weeb.
The only people who
You're the
list
weeb
anime
degree.
as being the best media they've ever seen, or like
I don't
really,
Get that tongue away,
the only
Cooper.
people that recommend anime to others, I think, are weebs. But I think most people indulge themselves in some anime. Maybe the occasional-
I've recommended anime to people.
So you're a weeb. That's what we're
I
trying to
don't,
say.
think, I don't think it's the
You're
best
the weeb out of
content
all
ever.
of us.
But there's some very good animes. I like
Okay,
Full Metal
I'll-
Alchemist,
Look,
Death Note.
if you reach outside of like the Studio Ghibli, is that?
Studio Ghibli's very good. I like.
If
Studio
you go
Ghibli.
outside of that, you're a weeb.
What about
and you
like
know it.
Pokemon though? Pokemon's not Studio Ghibli.
I reckon past the
Pokemon's
age of
gone
18.
downhill in the last 6 years.
Past the age of 18, if you venture
Studio Ghibli is
outside
not
of...
good. Yeah.
Ash won the league. All right, who's next? So
Okay,
Jaxon
so
is-
volume on even numbers. What do we reckon? So for me personally, I like to keep the volume on like an even number or a multiple of
That's
5.
that's me. Yeah, me
Right.
too.
Am I autistic?
probably.
No.
Yeah, I have that too. Oh, I
tendency.
must have a beer.
It looks awesome.
What number
that's
are we on?
81.
Oh yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
I need to
close
get more beers.
I agree. I think it's multiples of 5 or evens. I think it's the simple way to go, and I
Mate.
can't imagine a sociopath who has it any differently. Sean,
I don't think it matters. It matters. It's just you just turn the knob. You feel
Imagine
what's right.
having your
One,
number on,
one
like,
degree of
47.
volume doesn't really
Yeah.
change it
Mate, I'm
that
supposed
much.
to be looking at the
exact-
road
just make
driving.
it-
I'm not
The thing is-
adjusting the knob. It doesn't
Nah.
matter.
The only
I'm just turning
interesting
the
thing
knob. It feels
is,
good.
like for example, Apple computers, they don't say the number of volume you're
Yeah.
on.
Which I
Check
think is
now.
very smart.
Check now. Are you on an odd or even number?
2, 4.
I have the touch bar, so I
My
can slide
Windows
across.
does.
I can
I'm
slide
on
across.
7.
I'm on 8. So
All
That's
right,
a ding.
I'm on 7.
That's a ding.
There you go.
what do we all reckon? Sean's weekly movie review. Let's
Oh,
hear.
got review some
So
movies.
So my weekly
recently,
movie
Sean?
review. So yeah, I watched Blood Diamond this week, and it was an excellent film.
Danny Archer.
Well produced. Leonardo DiCaprio, I believe. I don't look at the actors. It ruins the movie for me. I just like to make the actors feel that they're a part of the movie and the scene. So Leonardo DiCaprio, I believe, was in there. He played the role perfectly.
Who did he play?
Like
Not
Matt Damon,
Peter.
I think.
Danny Archer. Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
He was good.
Besides that, though,
And from Slow Mo Guys.
What about the other main character, Sean, the
What
black
would you
guy?
rank it? What would
Yeah,
you
his
rank
name?
it, Sean?
Dear.
No, his real name.
Sean,
The actor's
how
name.
many stars would you
I
give
don't
it?
look at the actor's name. I try to get
Stars.
in there.
How many stars do you give it out of 5?
Okay.
5. Probably 5.
Pretty good.
The excellent movie.
How big does a spider have to be before it's scary, fellas?
Oh,
Um,
I'll kill a spider as soon as I see it. I don't care how big it is.
Yeah, but
It's
like
dead.
a huntsman touches me, I'm scared. Daddy Longlegs, I'm not
Probably
fazed
like-
by it.
Well, I think it's
Really?
more. It's more. It's
Are you talking about
not-
its legs? Are you talking about
How
its
far
legs
it is
too?
from you? I'll say how far
Surface
Its legs,
area.
it's probably like
Well,
that.
I think
If
it's
you're talking
not.
about its body, it's like that.
It's not a question overall about like entire size. It is like the size of the big breadth of the spider versus its legs. So daddy long legs, sort of tiny body, big legs. Some spiders, huge body, small legs. You're like, holy fuck, I'll kill that thing immediately.
That's
In
a
that
good
body-
point. No, but what about a redback? A redback kind of like in the middle ground of all that. And that's
Mate, if
like,
you say red back on a
Redback,
spider, you
get
just
out
kill
there.
it. You just kill it.
Wait,
Right.
wait,
Any spider,
redback
you kill it.
spiders,
Spiders should be in my
AC, am I
house.
right?
AC.
Yeah, AC,
Yeah,
AC. That's the most dude thing you can do. AC.
Yeah,
Who doesn't
that's
love AC?
probably legendary, I'd have to say.
That's the thing.
Zombie apocalypse. Who would last the longest, and what would everyone's methods of survival be? Thanks to Annie. Shout out, dude. Hold my beer.
Anywho,
We don't say
oh, your ex-girlfriend. I reckon you would die first, Jackson.
spit take on the podcast.
I feel like
I reckon it would go
Jaxon-
if I had to choose. Or maybe Shaun. I reckon it would go Shaun, Jackson.
Nah. Oh, you're just
Me,
saying that because the
Sweeney.
darker one always dies.
I reckon
first.
I'd be the
That's
last one
literally
to
a movie
survive.
cliche.
I
That's
think
literally a
Jackson
movie
would be
cliche.
overconfident.
Yeah,
Jackson-
no, I agree. No, Jackson would be like, oh, I can run shit.
I
can
think
run
no,
shit.
no,
He's
it's
gonna
not
get
running
taken
shit.
out.
I think Jackson would just stay in like the mainland, right?
Okay, there's a gun in my house. There's like a
Exactly.
elevated platform
And that's
in
why
my
you'd stay
backyard.
in your house. You'd stay in your house. If it's not,
Cooper, Playing conservative.
I have a 4-wheel drive. I'm probably the most like real world savvy out of everyone
but I'll
here.
just murder you, Jackson.
But also, Jackson,
I
you're,
would murder you.
you're the best
I'll
single dad,
murder you,
and
man.
you're taking care of so many kids.
I would ruin all of you. What's the best language? What do you all reckon?
That's an easy
Spanish.
question there,
Jackson,
isn't it?
tell us about your Spanish.
I'm good. I'm up to level 7 on Duolingo now.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
listen,
Do a leap
we
path.
all answer this question exclusively with the other countries' languages that we are aware of. I'll say, so, buongiorno, mi piace Sweeney,
Me
the best
pussy,
language.
Sweeney.
Yeah, that's your
Um,
kind of language.
That's Italian.
Mi soy Jackson. Mucho graso. Pero grande, muy bueno.
All right, I'll try to go with my native language that I was born with.
Native tongue.
That's fucked up, Sean. That's
Pretty
right.
that's
racist, is that?
Sri Lankan, that is it?
Yeah, Sri Lankan.
The only one I had a chance at was probably Italian, but no, I can't speak
Buongiorno.
anything.
All right, I gotta go to the toilet. But mini game, Sweeney does the alphabet backwards. What do we all? Let's
Shit,
hear that.
Go.
Z, Y, X, W, or V's there somewhere.
After W is very hard. That's where I got up to last week.
I know what's next.
No, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P.
You're doing yeah, no, that's pretty right. I can't A B.
Just an easy one.
O, N, M,
No.
You got it
L.
wrong. Oh,
No, I think you missed something in there.
but keep going.
No, I didn't. L, K, J, H, G, F, E, D, E, C, A, C, B, A. I think I maybe got that. We'll check it in post.
You're a liar if you.
Nah,
say
not at
you
all.
rehearsed
Not at
it.
all.
But he was practicing all week for that.
If you had to eat a say,
Bug.
Cat bug.
I don't know, probably crickets. Everyone loves crickets, right? It's a
Crickets are
protein
cool,
source.
yeah.
Vegans love it. Wait,
All
do
bugs
vegans
are
eat
protein
bugs? I think
source.
vegans eat bugs. But I'm pretty sure it's a protein source.
No, they
Do
don't.
you-
do
don't eat
vegans
bugs?
eat bugs? I don't think so.
They
That's
don't.
Some vegans eat bugs.
No, none of them do.
Well.
They're against cruelty and bugs.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I think
Doesn't
we
change my
could.
answer. Crickets.
I think vegetarians might.
Bait fish. Oh, no,
Vegans
that's
don't, though.
pescatarian.
Yeah. But veganism's dumb. Vegetarianism is
Oh,
actually
I'm a pussy-tarian.
You
If
are
I
what
could-
you eat. Hey, Cooper, big pussy.
What would you eat, Jackson?
Probably crickets. Sean's right on that one.
Yeah,
I'd have
cricket's
to
pretty
agree with
easy.
that.
Loves cricket.
How soft should a mattress be? You know those mattresses that you see magicians lay on, made out of those freaking
What?
needles?
Oh yeah.
Oh, those freaking needles.
No,
I don't want no
what-
needles.
how
man.
soft do you
Don't
want your
like
mattress to be?
punching them all.
Like,
So there's three tiers. There's soft like a pillow. There's hard, which is like almost like wool, and there's medium, which is like in between. Medium's
medium.
obvious.
Sean, what the fuck is that? You've just said there's something that's too hard, something that's too soft, and
No,
something
people
that's
like
too-
hard
You can't- a
mattresses.
soft mattress
People
is not
do
like a
like
pillow.
hard mattresses, and people do like ultra soft mattresses. Really soft mattresses aren't good for your back and posture and everything. But a medium mattress is like a perfect middle ground.
Don't you know a guy who slept in a hammock for 3 years?
I think it was your friend.
Your mate, not mine.
Your mate, not
I'm friends with him,
mine.
but-
Insinuating you straight from that lies, straight lies, thinking you can roll with us, no dice.
Okay, everybody.
I said
United Nathan. United Nations. No, you know what? I'll go with that. United Nathan. Don't know who that is, but a toothless tiger. What do we all reckon?
How many Nathans are there in the world? I'd say
Probably
there's
2 million.
Not that.
No,
100,000,
there's no
like
way. No,
100,000.
I reckon.
It's
I
in the
reckon-
hundreds of thousands.
I reckon 140,000.
What's that thing where you can look up people's names?
Well, you've got about 30 seconds to find it. But I
How
think broadly, Nathans United aren't going to stop me, really.
How many Nathans do you? I reckon it's not a big name in Australia, but I think in America it's a bit bigger.
In America,
But
there's
it's still not- it's
306,000 people named Nathan.
Shout out to Nathan.
No, really? Nah, I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
It says US statistic.
Nathan for you is coming to get me.
Go Nathan for you. I like shout out to Nathan. For you. Nathan Fielder.
Nathan for you actually saw him recently. He is a big advocate for honey. So it's
Is he? What's honey, Jaxon?
Not quite sure on that one there, Cooper. But if you had if any of you to run for president, what would your pitch/political?
I'm not sure specifically. Look, I think I'd be more of a pitch person as opposed to a slogan person. Like, try to argue. I'd be like, look, the healthcare system's fucked. You know, the government's rorting money from you. The tax system's rigged against you. I don't know if I can concise that into a slogan. You know, maybe it's just have a few beers with Sweeney. You know, that's maybe what I think.
Should
Shaun?
it say American? I don't think it said American. I think
Said president.
Yeah, it just said president. I guess you can assume it's American.
Who's the president of Australia, Shaun?
Joe Biden.
Is it Joe Biden? I thought it was Bill Shorten.
Lightning
Is
McQueen.
he still a guy? I thought the loser of the opposition party becomes president in Australia. We have everything backwards. You know us, guys. All our
have a president.
Riley Andrew on YouTube asks, if a party starts at 7, what time should I arrive? And the party animal, Shaun.
Good opinion.
It depends how close you are. I'll let Shaun go first.
I would probably go. See, I like to rock up to things a bit fashionably late, as everyone calls it. So I would probably go, if it starts at 7, probably 7:30. That's like the perfect time, I would say. Go, Kirby, you finish yours.
I think it depends how close you are to the person. If it's one of your close mates, you're there early because you know you want to hang along for the ride. But if someone you don't really know or someone who's a bit on the periphery, probably like 8-ish. But it mostly depends on how close you are.
I'd have to agree. Like, I reckon probably 8:30 to 9 is like the perfect time because
That's
I
a
like
bit
to
too
stay
late. 9's too
I
late.
like to stay
Nine's
at Please
very
for as
late.
long as I can because you're just with the people that you really enjoy
If
spending
a
time
club
with.
opens at 7, coming at 9's fine. But a party?
Not a party. Not
I'll
like
leave
a
it at
21st.
You're there
That's a
before
dig.
speeches.
That's a ding.
No, most speeches happen around
Cooper,
8:39.
what do you think of polyamory?
Oh, you know what? I think polyamory, they're very dishonest with themselves. You know, like the regular formula is just like, like we're swingers, okay? Whereas like polyamory seems dishonest in that like there's someone who gathers like an amount of partners, and they're like, yeah, we're okay with it, and then the other two are like, yeah, I guess we are, but they seem very cucked.
Shaun, in 2018, you were part of a polyamorous relationship. Explain how that works.
I'm actually not sure what that means. Can you explain that?
You have multiple partners. You know, you consensually agree to having
yeah,
multiple
multiple
wives,
girlfriends.
husbands.
Polyamorous relationship.
Yeah, your 2008 relationship.
Yeah, no. So I'll get right into that. So, it was actually what you guys don't know. It was me, a girl, and another guy. Oh, sorry, that's kind of coming off.
What's all of that got to do?
Yeah.
I had to click for another topic.
Look, I've got to ask. I was thinking about my life the other day, and I was visualizing all the moments I've had in my life, and I was thinking about my relationship with Jesus. And typically, that relationship was so strong. Jesus walking beside me on the beach. But I was wondering why, when I was thinking back on the moments that affected me the most harmful moments in my life, there was only one set of footprints in the sand.
I think I know why.
Why did that happen?
I think it was because like you look at it as one set of footprints in the sand, but it wasn't that he wasn't next to you. It's in fact that he was carrying you through those moments.
Oh, all right. Jesus was carrying me through the hardest times.
Yeah, that's why you weren't seeing two sets of footprints in the sand. Shaun.
Yeah, no, I appreciate Jesus carrying me. I mean, I don't weigh much, so like it's not hard.
Jesus doesn't carry black dudes. Yeah. Jaxon, next. Oh, shit.
Listen, people who smoke vapes, their equivalent of 420, as we know of, weed smokers, is 710, because 710 upside down is oil. How shit is that? I mean, that's pretty fucking shit for me.
Who made that question?
I'll admit it, that was me.
That's not
shit.
good.
That's a big question.
I think we can all agree that that's shit. How many questions did you come up with, Cooper? Probably none, you plum.
No. Well, the thing is, there's nothing wrong with the question, Jaxon, because you're not saying, "Oh, how good's this?" You're saying, "How shit is it?" I think you're acknowledging the fact that it's so egregiously shit.
Yeah.
What would you, though, if you had to come up with a time for vapors, come up with?
Why can't you, like, vaping's like such a thing that you do all day though. You know, you vape.
I agree.
Vaping's not like you don't vape once a day. If you
I'd
vape,
come up
like
with
a
about
thing that you do
3 a.m. just so vapors have to like skew their lives even more than they already do. Because
Heck,
what a
those
disgrace
guys.
those individuals are. Listen,
I need
just you and me head to head. Jaxon, what do you think your IQ is?
I'd like to think it's like 140. I know it's probably not, but I reckon it'd be cool if it was. 140 would be cool. You're in like
I don't know the scale of IQ scores. You know what I found out?
standard
though,
deviations is 100 is average.
IQ scores, people kept getting better year by year. Eventually they were like, well, there's a linear trend in this. That just means, the baseline intelligence goes up. And then,
Yeah,
we
but
have to make it balanced.
100 is still average though.
Yes,
No matter what
no. So it became, 100 was average, and then 5 years down the track, 101 was average, and then it kept going up. So then they kept being like, oh, we've got to rebalance this because the people were asking it different. But what it actually turned out to be was like, no, nowadays people are just smarter than they were.
Yeah,
which makes sense because there's such a wide access to information. But,
yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but like regardless,
anyways,
100 every year is updated to the average.
208 IQ from me. 96. This question again comes from James L. Hindi, a big lover of the show. Why do Americans hate the word cunt so much? Shaun.
Probably because they're all cunts.
Yeah, it's just because I think they're self-aware. They're all a bunch of cunts. So fuck them and fuck everything they stand for. They're a bunch of cunts.
Interesting. Jaxon, why do they hate that word so much?
They don't use it as much. You get desensitized to it. I've heard cunt since I was like 2.
Legend.
If you don't like cunt,
That's pretty
you're probably
cool.
a cunt.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Cooper,
Just an Australian bloke
why
like
do
me.
Americans hate cunt so much?
I think it's just used more over here, so we're more used to it. But it is
so exactly what I said.
It literally is a bad word. I think it is. I think it's the worst one you can use.
Really?
It just means a pussy, doesn't it?
No, but it's very strong. It's very strong, cunt.
97. When do you guys think Jesus will come back? I feel like he's been leaving us hanging for a good while.
I'll probably have to go and say, I think I heard somewhere on a documentary that he's coming back in 2050. I think somewhere in the Bible, maybe it says that someone interpreted it that way, because the Bible is what you interpret it of, is that he's coming back in 2050. So I got a dead set here for all our fans out there. Jesus is coming back 2050.
I ran out of alcohol, so I'm doing red wine now.
That's epic. I don't think he'll ever come back, to be honest.
You're close, to be fair, Jaxon. When's Jesus coming back, Jaxon?
I reckon in another 2,500 years.
Is
probably.
coronavirus a sign of end times, do you think, biblically? Or does it have to be more?
It's been every 100 years.
I think it's just this is like an opportunity for us to either turn or stray further from God.
Right, tonight's MVP we've got to vote for. Jaxon, 2 times reigning champion. But tonight, personally, my vote goes to Cooper. A lot of good calls coming from Cooper, specifically relating to the big man upstairs, George Pell. So Cooper gets my vote. Jaxon, who do you vote for?
Shout out to George Pell.
Best host tonight.
Hard to say. Sweeney, I reckon you've done pretty well.
I think Sweeney's done a pretty good job tonight.
I'm gonna say Shaun because Shaun's a legend.
I'll probably vote for Cooper, to be very honest. I think he's opened up a lot about his father. And
I talked about the acupuncture.
Jackson's gone for me. Shaun and me have gone for Cooper. So the MVP tonight, congratulations, Cooper. Cooper, is there anything you want to say in these next 15 seconds about your win?
I never come into this podcast looking to win. I just want to have a good time, have a few beers with my friends, and it really makes me happy over this quarantine period. That's it.
That's it. Next question is the coveted Dude Hold My Beer Award. Fellas,
best question?
Favourite topic that we discussed tonight? I'll start with Jaxon. Did you have a favourite topic? Personally, my
favourite topic. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to think about this a bit more. Shaun, I heard you were about to talk.
Yeah, no. I was a big fan of I would say the Dude Hold My Beer Award this week goes to Oliver Cummins with Are Immortal
Yeah, let's give it to
also
Oliver.
Invincible? That got to do, and that
What
might
was
make
his
it to the
question?
post show.
What was Oliver Cummins'
Are
The
question?
question
immortal
was,
people
are-
also invincible?
That might make it
That's
to
a,
the
that's a
post
thinker.
show. That
That's
might
a
make it to the
thinking
post show.
question.
You take a
It's
beat
interesting.
to accept that. So listen, look, I'm gonna award Oliver Cummins. Jaxon, do you have an objection to that? Quickly.
Honestly, I can't argue with that.
It's a
I
decent
think
question.
he submitted
Fantastic.
4 questions. They're
That's
all
3
very
people.
solid.
Oliver Cummins,
all right.
he's the winner of the Dude Hold My Beer Award. Look,
Congratulations.
the final
Who's
thing
the
we
one
want
who
to
asked
talk
about
about
my dad? Tell him to fuck off.
is simply, that was James L. Hindi, unfortunately.
Oh, I'll fucking kill you, James L. Hindi.
That's the end of the episode again. Listen, it's been fantastic that you've joined us for
You're
another
right,
episode of the
James.
Centurion
Just kidding.
podcast. Listen, I hope you've been there with us. You've been listening to 100 minutes of good stuff, and you've listened to 100 topics in that time. And in that time as well, quite amazingly, and every week we pull it out, we've drunk 100 shots of either beer or spirits. You know, and I don't want to toot our own horn too much, but we're legends of the craft. And every single one of us will go around and give a cheer of what they've drunk the most. So here's a big cheers from me. Cooper, what do you got?
We'll do the
Cheers.
big drink. We'll do the big drink.
Cheers.
I got a cheers from Jamison's.
And as always, post your topics in the next discussion. We'll get to them. And we can't wait to see you next week. This has been the Centurion signing out. God bless. Happy Easter and amen.